You're watching This Week in Fish and Wildlife.
Thursday morning, time once again for This Week in Fish and Wildlife. This morning, Morgan Jacobsen joining us here in the studio. We're talking about the bison hunt. A little different than we've had in the last few years past. Let's kind of get the update if we can, Morgan.
Yeah, Chet. So Montana's bison hunt for state hunters ended yesterday on the 15th. And so really this year has been kind of an extraordinary year, at least in recent memory. We haven't seen a bison migration to this extent in a long time. And so what that means is a lot of hunters, the vast majority of hunters, especially in the Gardner area, were able to be successful in harvesting bison this year. And so, it was kind of a number of things that kind of combined to just make this kind of a unique year for bison hunting. And so, really we're excited for all those people who were able to harvest bison this year.
Yeah, it's one of those things that's truly weather dependent, and a lot of it depends on what happens, especially in the Gardner area, in the north end of the park. You get a lot of snow, the bison have to eat something, and that's what usually brings them out. We haven't seen that for the last several years.
No, we haven't. It's usually what harvests has looked like over the past at least 5 years is maybe we'll get a dozen bison that hunters are able to harvest, because Montana's bison hunting season for state hunters runs from November 15th to February 15th. And sometimes the migration will happen a little bit after that. And so, harvest has been very limited for the past few years. Well, and then this year we're seeing, we've had many weeks of, several hundred bison outside of the park. So, really it's been a significant migration. This is one of those hunts that is really tough to predict. It all, like you said, depends on weather, depends on bison numbers, depends on just a lot of things that are outside of human control, and it really comes down to luck in a lot of ways. And so this year, a lot of hunters got lucky.
Does that change because it was such a successful year? Does it change what happens in the future with the hunt? I mean, I know that you take all those numbers for elk hunting and deer hunting and bighorn and all the other animals. Does it change that much for what we look at for 2024, 2025?
Good question. And bison is kind of unique. It's not like deer or elk permits where we're taking annual surveys and adjusting those permit numbers. That bison permit number stays fairly static from year to year. So we have 40 bison licenses allocated for the West Yellowstone area, 40 for the Gardner area, and then we have, I believe, 5 licenses for an Absaroka beartooth backcountry hunt that happens earlier in the fall. So we're at this point we're not looking at changing those numbers at all. We'll kind of see as we go along, but those have been the numbers for several years.
Yeah, must have put some smiles on some hunters' faces this year as opposed to the last several years.
I think it did. There's a lot of meat to be harvested off of a bison, and really when you think about it, it's just such a unique opportunity to harvest a wild bison, especially one that comes out of Yellowstone National Park. And so this was really a good opportunity for hunters. And overall, I think the season went fairly well. There's a lot of interest in this hunt for sure, especially between state hunters as well as tribal hunters who come and take advantage of this opportunity as well. And so, there's a lot of activity in an area as small as the Gardner Basin, and so we'll look to continue to facilitate communication and encourage safety and things like that, so that we continue to enjoy this opportunity.
And just have to wait and see what Mother Nature throws at you next winter.
Yeah, we'll see. It's anybody's guess at this point. So hopefully there'll be more opportunities to come.
Perfect. Morgan, thank you very much.
You bet.
And that is This Week in Fish and Wildlife.
You've been watching This Week in Fish and Wildlife.